So let's talk about some Spider-Man news. Some quick Spider-Man news. The Blu-ray got released for Far From Home, and in the special features,
There's a short film on it too, I believe.
I think so. I didn't watch it yet.
Me either.
But Amy
Those are the
Pascal,
rumors I heard.
yeah, Amy Pascal, coming out from Cinema Blend, was reporting that she did this little featurette on the special features, talking about how she referenced about how the Sinister Six are still going to be some way, somehow, like incorporated in the future.
All right, you want my thoughts, or do you have something you want to say?
So, they really want the Sinister Six. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they tried doing it with Amazing Spider-Man series, didn't work out. And they're trying to do it slowly but surely with the MCU, with starting with the Vulture. Then they somehow kind of hinted it at the end credit scene with Scorpion a little bit.
Yeah, Matt Gargan was in Homecoming.
Yeah, so, and at least that was a hint, or at least that's what everybody, interpreted from that. And Mysterio could very well still be alive.
Jury's still out.
Jury's still out. Spoiler alert. Sorry if nobody's seen the movie.
At this point.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
if you should have seen.
Yeah, exactly. So,
there's a very there's a rule. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So-
the movie's out of theaters. Like, you're allowed to talk.
yeah, exactly. So, but besides that, what do you think about this whole thing?
So it's funny that you say that they really want the Sinister Six, because I also really want the Sinister
Yeah.
Six. I do, genuinely.
Yeah.
I don't want a Sinister Six movie though.
Yeah.
I don't want without Spider-Man. That's just, it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in Spider-Man 3. I'm really pulling for Craven. Like, I'm big
Yes.
on Team Craven for
Yes.
Spider-Man 3 here.
Which
but
they've talked about giving his own movie, though, I think, before.
I wouldn't be opposed to. I want him in Spider-Man 3 though. Then if they do like a young
spin-off.
Craven
Yeah.
prequel type deal, I'd be cool with that. But I'm fine with him being in the Sinister Six. Just don't rush it. I would love that in a Spider-Man movie. Because then
Yeah.
maybe you can, I mean, I'm not saying you have to have him die, but you can incorporate Miles Morales at that point
Yeah.
too. Because that's when he comes in, like, the Ultimate Comics, which is really what they're kind of following here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm all about the Sinister Six movie. It's just, my worry, I'm going to go off a little bit with what a lot you talked about last week with the whole Spider-Man, Marvel, Sony thing, with how I believe that them bringing him into the MCU is damage control. I think they knew that it was going to flop without it, and not even because it wouldn't be good. I'm saying people would probably boycott it. People would be like, I don't want to see it if it's not in the MCU. And so it wouldn't do well, so they did it. I genuinely believe that, and this is just me, I genuinely believe that they're going to use this third MCU Spider-Man movie to essentially write him out of the MCU.
Right.
Not write him out as, like, kill him or disconnect him
Yeah,
or
they're not gonna
Doctor Strange him into another dimension. No, I think they're just going to... It's going to end... They're going to make his secret identity secret again, and then it'll end with him sort of just being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And staying in New York. And then that way, it's still intact with the timeline from being in the MCU, but he's his own thing. He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
Now, I have also heard that they're going to incorporate Fantastic Four and have Reed Richards be his science
heard about
mentor.
too.
So there's different things here because Baxter Building, the thing is going to be the Avengers, not Oscorp, as was previously rumored. But with, I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like, just to sort of circle back to the Sinister Six thing, I feel like if they are writing him out of the MCU, essentially, now Sony's going to be like, now let's spread our wings into our own cinematic universe.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going to go down the same Amazing Spider-Man path. That's my fear.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you have Venom. I'm fine with Venom. I'm fine with Venom showing up in Spider-Man movies and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Tom Hardy. I'm fine with that. But my fear is they're going to go, we're going to do a Craven movie. We're going to do... I mean, they're already doing Morbius.
They're doing the Silver Sable and Black Cat movie.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with stuff like that. But I feel like they're going to just keep spreading out and want to do their own cinematic universe so they get these multiple billion-dollar movies like Marvel has.
Yeah.
And so I can sort of just see the writing on the wall being like, okay, they're going to write them out, then they're going to try to push the Sinister Six movie, and it's going to fall flat on its face like it did last time, which is my fear. Because at this point, let's say, hypothetically, like, devil's advocate here, let's say they do exactly that, falls flat on its face.
Yeah.
The franchise completely flops, and they're like, we're gonna reboot it again.
Oh, God.
Now they reboot it again. Now it doesn't only fuck them up, it fucks up
Everything.
the MCU.
Yeah.
Because technically Tom Holland Spider-Man still exists in that MCU. And if they cast someone else as like, let's say they cast, like, I don't know, George Clooney as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, just whoever.
Yeah.
They couldn't then bring him into the MCU because you already have him there, like, down the road.
Yeah.
And so then let's say Sony flops, Apple buys them, rights go back to Marvel. Now Marvel's like, fuck, we're going to bring back Tom Holland. Now people are like, I thought George Clooney was Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to cause this whole mess of things. Like, you really, Sony cannot, or Marvel cannot afford to have Spider-Man flop again. Like, they really cannot. There's too much tied into it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is firmly, I mean, he came in at the end, but he's firmly tied into the first 22 movies of Marvel now. Yeah. Okay? Like,
no, honestly.
Like, he's part of that. He was
at the beginning of the third phase.
Yeah, and but you know, he existed the entire time as a person.
Yeah.
So now it would just fuck so much shit up, and it could just cause this ripple effect that now people start poking holes in Marvel. Mm-hmm. And, like, Spider-Man already kind of fucked up the timeline.
Oh,
but,
my God,
like,
yeah.
you could have, but people would start poking more holes in it. And I don't know. I can just see the writing on the wall, and, I mean, nothing lasts forever, you know? But,
like I said last week, I think I was just very content on, like, where everything goes from here because we finished the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and obviously, I'm still going to see Spider-Man movies. I'll still see the second Black Panther. Not really too much interest in seeing Captain Marvel 2 unless I hear it's, like, really good.
Yeah.
And it's one of those... Because I've seen every MCU movie in theaters, but I can see myself not seeing one in theaters.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know... Shang-Chi?
Something like
Whatever
that, yeah.
it is. I've never even heard of that character. Like,
I had to literally look him up when I heard the announcement of it.
If I'm not wowed by those trailers, I might not see that movie in theaters. You know? Like,
exactly.
I'm at that point where I don't need to. Mm-hmm. So, that's just where I am now.
All right. Great point. I actually really like your points on that. I actually do agree with that too. So